It's me, line. It's me, Del Pullen with Fun Time, line. It's me, Del Pullen with Fun Time Good Show, and we're at the National Video Game Museum, first one in America. We're going to learn a little bit that there are 2 museums dedicated to carrots, but this is the first video game museum in America. Well, I say let's quit talking, let's get inside and play some video games. All right, now we're inside. First thing, it's dangerous to go alone. I get that reference, Zelda, right? Am I right?
No.
No? Okay. So they got. All right, we're inside. First off, you're going to want to make sure to grab brochure. The old classic, It's Dangerous to Go Alone. Take this. And then in parentheses says, and a brochure. Very clever. Zelda, let's go. Let's go. I'm here with Joe Santulli. Did I get that correct?
You did.
And we're here at the National Video Game Museum in Frisco, Texas. We're here before it opens. They let Fun Time Good Show in. So I'm here to ask Joe here a few questions about the museum, and he's here to give me a few answers. First off, tell us a little bit about the Video Game Museum.
Well, this is the very first video game museum dedicated to the industry. We've got 2 carrot museums in the United States. We have museums dedicated to assassinations, but we don't have an actual museum simply for video games, one of the most important pieces of American culture.
And why Frisco? What was there a reason y'all moved here?
Well, I mean, we had shopped around anywhere. We had been doing a traveling exhibit for 20 years and had been shopping it around at industry events specifically. And in 2012, we met Randy Pitchford, who was at the DICE convention in Las Vegas, and he was sitting in our exhibit surrounded by 80s memorabilia and culture. And he's like, wait a minute, where am I? You guys want to open a museum? I want to open a museum. So we kind of took it from there. It was just a great meeting of similar minds, you know. And he's moved his business, which is Gearbox Software, from Plano to Frisco, which is probably the most important part of the story. So he had already sort of had his foot in the door with the city, and the rest was kind of easy.
And what's the reason for making it stationary?
Well, age, mainly. You know, I'm getting old, my partners are getting old, our things are getting old, and as they move from place to place, they start to lose their value and they don't look as pretty. So we talked about it 5 or 6 years ago, after doing a Classic Gaming Expo, which was our show in Las Vegas every year, that we just needed to find a place that we can settle down and leave it so that it doesn't need to get back in a truck or a bin or wrapped up in bubble wrap, and it could be appreciated by everyone to walk by.
And how did you get into video? I mean, I know first of all we all love video games, but what made it so special to you?
You know, everyone asks a question like that, but it's the same for any video gamer, right? It's something that either captures your imagination right from the get-go, or it's something that's just not for you. I was one of those people. I mean, I had been playing board games as a kid, and I was really into playing games. I was Dungeons and Dragons, and along comes this Pong-type game on my cousin's.
As we can see, a well, not life-size. I was going to say extra large version, a playable version, correct?
Yeah, it's playable and certainly larger than life.
We actually get to play a game of Pong. Yes.
Yes.
I mean, how cool is this? Something you're going to get to do when you're here. So tell us about a few of the other areas of the museum.
Well, you know, we've divided this place up into 20 stages, essentially. We had a plan for a 50,000 square foot museum, and we got 10,000 square feet in Frisco. So we had to make some decisions. What did we really want to show people? What were the stories that we felt you had to walk in and hear? And what were the pieces that we had that were really imperative to show? So we took that and we made about 15 stories. So these stories range from what was it like to be in an arcade in the 80s to what's the evolution of game controllers as they went through, what's the impact of third-party developers on the gaming industry, how important is sound in your games. We took those sorts of stories and we tell the story about what, you know, the important message that we want you to get when you come out of it, and then each of those has some interactive feature, whether it be playing a game or listening to sound, and then a lot of our artifacts just sort of, you know, speckle the map as you're there.